Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive deep into the brewing storm between Drew Cain and Sonny Corinthos, where fabricated evidence could spark a fierce revenge plot that's set to shake up Port Charles like never before. In the swirling chaos of General Hospital's latest twists, whispers from reliable sources point to Drew Cain plotting a major comeback against Sonny Corinthos. After uncovering the truth about those doctored bribery documents, imagine the fury building inside Drew as he pieces together how Sonny, with a little help from his trusted ally Brick, sneaked into his safe on that fateful night of the shooting to plant incriminating papers. This isn't just a minor slight. It's a calculated move that could tarnish Drew's reputation and drag him into a legal nightmare. Sources close to the storyline reveal that Drew's initial shock has morphed into a steely determination, fueling his desire to expose Sonny's underhanded tactics and turn the tables in ways that could involve unexpected alliances, or even risky confrontations in the shadows of the city's underbelly. Drew's world was turned upside down when Ada Justine Turner ambushed him at the hospital. With pointed questions about what was hidden in his safe, the confrontation left him reeling, as Turner laid out allegations that painted him as the mastermind behind a shady $1 million wire transfer aimed at swaying Judge Eva Heron in a high-stakes custody battle. This elaborate setup, masterminded by Sonny to shield his own interests, cleverly shifts suspicion away from Michael Corinthos. But Drew isn't buying it for a second. Insiders suggest Drew has already started connecting the dots, recognizing Sonny's signature style in this frame job, perhaps drawing from past grudges, where Sonny's manipulations have backfired spectacularly. To add layers to this intrigue, let's consider how Drew's military background might come into play here, giving him a tactical edge in outmaneuvering Sonny's crew, who often rely on brute force rather than strategic planning. It all ties back to Marco Rios, the unexpected informant who tipped off Drew about the bribery scheme, hoping to give him a leg up in the ongoing custody war over Willow Tate and Michael's kids, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. But Sonny, ever the opportunist, flipped the script by ensuring the evidence points squarely at Drew, creating a facade of corruption that's as flimsy as it is damaging. Drew's sharp mind quickly spots the absurdity. Why on earth would he bribe a judge to award custody to Michael? It defies logic, and this glaring inconsistency is what Drew might exploit to dismantle Sonny's plan. New details emerging from set leaks hint at a hidden motive behind the bribe that neither man fully grasps yet, perhaps involving a third party's agenda, like a rival family pulling strings from afar, which could introduce fresh characters into the fray and escalate the drama to unprecedented levels. The bribe's true intent was to tip the scales in Michael's favor for custody of Wiley and Amelia, but Drew sees right through the illogic of being framed for something that benefits his adversary. Both Drew and Sonny are operating in the dark, missing key pieces of the puzzle that could reveal the bribe's deeper purpose. Maybe it's tied to a larger conspiracy involving corporate espionage at Aurora Media, or even old Quartermain family secrets resurfacing. Drew's unwavering confidence shines through in these face-offs, often leaving Sonny and Michael scrambling to keep up. Picture Drew channeling that inner resilience, perhaps drawing inspiration from his time as a Navy SEAL, to launch a counter-offensive that includes gathering his own evidence, or rallying supporters like Curtis Ashford for a united front against the Corinthos empire. Sonny's bold attempt to pin the blame on Drew could very well light the fuse for an explosive revenge arc, setting off a chain of heated clashes that promise to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. This isn't just about settling scores. It's a battle of wits and wills that might force Drew to question his own moral boundaries. As tensions rise, we can't help but wonder if this vendetta will draw in other Port Charles residents, like Nina Reeves, whose complicated history with both men could add emotional depth and unexpected betrayals to the mix. Just how extreme will Drew's pursuit of justice get in the episodes ahead? And does this put Sonny in real peril from an increasingly unpredictable foe? After being out of commission from his gunshot wounds, Drew is bouncing back stronger than ever, his recovery fueled by a burning need for payback. Envision a dramatic showdown where Drew corners Sonny at the docks, words turning to threats as old rivalries boil over into physical altercations. Sonny, confident in his control, might underestimate Drew's volatility, leading to scenarios where alliances shift and loyalties are tested, perhaps even involving law enforcement figures like Dante Falconeri caught in the crossfire. Ultimately, no matter how the legal dust settles, Drew's thirst for vengeance won't fade easily, spelling trouble for both Sonny and Michael. This scheme could boomerang on Sonny in spectacular fashion, exposing vulnerabilities in his operation and inviting scrutiny from federal agents or rival mob elements. As General Hospital continues to unfold these gripping layers, fans are left speculating on the fallout. Will Drew's revenge lead to a temporary truce, or will it ignite an all-out war that reshapes the power dynamics in Port Charles for good? Next, we will explore the explosive revelation hitting Portia Robinson as a shocking pregnancy test throws her into a whirlwind of paternity questions and impossible choices that could shatter her world in Port Charles. Fresh buzz from General Hospital's inner circles hints at a monumental bombshell dropping on Portia Robinson, one that's poised to upend her carefully balanced life with news that demands tough decisions. After sharing intimate moments with both the enigmatic Isaiah Gannon and her ex-husband Curtis Ashford in quick succession, Portia stares at a positive pregnancy test, her mind racing with the ultimate puzzle. Who could possibly be the father? As a seasoned physician, one might expect Portia to be meticulous about her birth control regimen, but the relentless pressures of her high-stakes role have clearly taken a toll, leading to an oversight that now haunts her. Despite the chaos in her personal sphere, she's maintained an impeccable professional facade, juggling her duties as co-chief of staff without a single slip-up that could jeopardize patient care or her reputation at the hospital. In a particularly tense episode, she teamed up with Dr. Lucas Jones to perform life-saving surgery on Drew Kane, expertly extracting bullets from his back amid the operating room's glare, all while battling inner demons that whispered darker impulses. Temptation flickered in her thoughts. What if she had been alone, without the watchful eyes of colleagues? Eliminating Drew might have erased a mountain of her troubles, from tangled relationships to lingering grudges. But Portia's moral compass held firm, guiding her to choose ethics over vengeance. Yet, as days turned into weeks, she noticed her cycle's absence, prompting a frantic check of her pill pack, revealing over a week's worth untouched. A glaring reminder of how stress had clouded her routine. Overwhelmed by panic, Portia grabs a home test, and the result hits like a thunderclap, positive, echoing a ghostly repeat of her past secrets that once threatened to unravel everything. This pregnancy echoes a haunting chapter from Portia's history, much like the time she carried Trina Robinson and grappled with the certainty that Marcus Taggart couldn't be the father. Back then, she wove an intricate web of deceptions, fabricating timelines and alibis to convince everyone, including herself, that Trina belonged to Taggart, all while concealing her passionate affair with Curtis that had sparked the conception. Now, the timeline is even tighter. Her impulsive night with Isaiah occurred mere days before reconciling physically with Curtis, compressing the window and amplifying the uncertainty into a full-blown crisis of who's the daddy. Inventive spoilers suggest Portia might turn to advanced medical tech for clarity, perhaps discreetly consulting a specialist in genetic testing to unravel the mystery, without alerting either man, adding a layer of high-tech intrigue to her predicament. Her emotions swirl in a storm of regret and fear as she contemplates how this could derail her budding future, forcing her to confront the ghosts of lies that have long shadowed her family dynamics. Diving deeper into Portia's pregnancy conundrum on General Hospital, the real headache stems from her desire to forge ahead with Isaiah. But this unexpected baby throws a wrench into those plans with complications she never saw coming. Curtis, blissfully unaware of her betrayal, would naturally leap to the conclusion that the child is his, given their recent reconnection and shared history that still lingers like an unspoken bond. On the flip side, Isaiah remains in the dark about Portia's intimacy with Curtis so soon before their own encounter, and she's desperate to keep both men oblivious to her divided affections, fearing the fallout could destroy careers and hearts alike. Complicating matters further is the pact she made with Isaiah to shroud their romance in absolute secrecy, a necessity born from her position as his superior at the hospital, where any whiff of impropriety could trigger investigations or professional repercussions. Imagine the added tension if hospital gossip mills start churning, perhaps fueled by an overheard conversation or a suspicious colleague like Terry Randolph, who might unwittingly piece together clues and heighten Portia's paranoia. At its core, the pregnancy itself eclipses the paternity question as the true dilemma. The window for a simple morning-after solution has long closed, leaving her with no easy outs. Will Portia seek out a discreet clinic in a neighboring town to end the pregnancy, weighing the emotional toll against her ambitions? Or will she embrace motherhood once more, navigating the rocky path of co-parenting amid secrets that could explode at any moment? Next, we will learn about the thrilling must-see moments unfolding in Port Charles, During the week of September 29, 2025, as the residents of Port Charles navigate a whirlwind of emotions and secrets, the spotlight shines brightly on Monica Quartermain's highly anticipated will reading, promising a cascade of dramatic revelations that could reshape family dynamics forever. Fans have been eagerly awaiting this event, especially after the tense fallout from Monica's funeral, where tensions boiled over in unexpected ways. Drew Kane, ever the determined figure in the Quartermain saga, had pushed hard to be part of the memorial service, only to face a firm rejection from Tracy Quartermain, who seems to guard the family's inner circle with unyielding resolve. This exclusion didn't sit well with Drew, leading him to make a solemn promise to Martin Gray, hinting at potential legal maneuvers or alliances that might challenge the status quo. Adding another layer of intrigue is the sudden appearance of Veronica Ronnie Bard, a mysterious newcomer whose timing raises eyebrows across town. Tracy, in particular, has expressed outright displeasure at Ronnie's rival, and now she's stuck dealing with this uninvited houseguest under her roof. One can't help but speculate on Ronnie's motive. Could her presence be tied to hidden Quartermain secrets? Perhaps a long-lost claim to the family fortune or an old grudge resurfacing. It's no secret that Ronnie's entrance coincides suspiciously with the will reading, suggesting she might hold a key piece of the puzzle that could upend expectations. Imagine the shock if Ronnie reveals a forgotten connection to Monica, like a shared history from years ago in a distant city, where alliances were forged in secrecy. This development adds a fresh twist, forcing Tracy to confront not just grief, but also the ghosts of the past, potentially leading to heated confrontations that expose buried family scandals. As the will is unveiled, viewers might witness explosive arguments over inheritances, with Drew positioning himself as a wild card ready to fight for what he believes is rightfully his, perhaps even uncovering documents that tie Ronnie directly to Monica's final wishes. Shifting gears to the ongoing family feuds, Nina Reeves steps up once again as the unlikely mediator in a brewing storm between Britt Westburn and her mother, Liesl Obrecht. Their relationship has been on rocky ground for some time, with recent events only amplifying the discord, turning simple disagreements into full-blown clashes. In the coming episodes, Nina's efforts to broker peace become a highlight, as she delicately reminds the duo of their deep-rooted bond, especially amid the lingering shadows of the Nathan West ordeal. Nathan's memory looms large, serving as a poignant reminder of what they've lost and why unity is crucial now more than ever. Picture Nina orchestrating a heartfelt sit-down in a quiet corner of the hospital, where she shares personal anecdotes from her own turbulent past, to illustrate how family ties can weather even the fiercest storms. Britt, with her sharp wit and guarded heart, might initially resist, but Liesl's more volatile nature could lead to emotional outbursts that Nina skillfully diffuses. This mediation isn't just about mending fences, it's about preparing them for future challenges, like potential revelations tied to Nathan's legacy that could involve hidden letters, or unresolved mysteries from his time in Port Charles. By weaving in new elements, such as a surprise visit from an old associate of Nathan's who brings fresh insights, the storyline gains depth, showing how Nina's peacemaking extends beyond words to actionable steps that foster reconciliation. Viewers will be glued to their screens as these women confront their differences, perhaps even sharing a rare moment of vulnerability that hints at stronger alliances ahead, all while Nina balances her own complicated life in the mix. Meanwhile, the week builds to a climactic close with Portia Robinson receiving news that could alter the course of her life in profound ways. Far from something as straightforward as a pregnancy, this revelation seems poised to delve into darker territories, possibly connected to the shocking shooting of Drew or the enigmatic actions of Heather Weber, whose influence continues to ripple through town like a persistent undercurrent. As Portia processes this bombshell, her ex-husband Curtis Ashford enters the frame, sharing a compelling theory that might just hold the key to unraveling the mystery. Curtis, despite their fractured romance, harbors a genuine concern for Portia's well-being, and refuses to let her face accusations alone, especially if fingers point her way. In the shooting investigation, envision Curtis piecing together clues from overheard conversations and subtle clues at the hospital, presenting Portia with evidence that could exonerate her, like a timeline discrepancy or a witness account that shifts blame elsewhere. This act of loyalty underscores Curtis's character, showing he's not just protecting Portia, but also safeguarding their daughter Trina Robinson from the fallout. Speaking of Trina, she and Kai Taylor find themselves entangled in their own web of worry, fixating on mysterious fingerprints on a baseball bat that could link back to a larger conspiracy. Their anxiety might manifest in late-night discussions, brainstorming ways to investigate without drawing attention, perhaps even enlisting help from unexpected allies in Port Charles. Adding to the youth-driven drama is Joe Palmieri, the young man who's been grappling with revelations about his true parentage. After months of simmering anger and distance, Joe reaches a pivotal decision that could mark a turning point. Will he finally extend forgiveness to his biological parents, Dante Falconeri and Brooklyn Quartermain, opening the door to a genuine relationship? Recent episodes have shown Joe softening, his icy demeanor melting into curiosity, perhaps fueled by small gestures like a family photo or a heartfelt letter from Dante. Inventing a new angle, Joe might discover a hidden journal from his adoptive family that encourages reconciliation, prompting him to attend a casual gathering where he tentatively explores his roots. This choice not only affects Joe but ripples out to Dante and Brooklyn, who have been yearning for this breakthrough, potentially leading to emotional scenes filled with tears, apologies, and the slow rebuilding of trust. Next, we will learn about the exciting off-screen accomplishments of one of our beloved stars, and how he's championing the next generation of talent in the bustling world of daytime television, where actors like Chris McKenna bring characters such as the enigmatic Jack Brennan to life on General Hospital. There's often more to these performers than meets the eye, beyond his compelling performances that keep fans hooked with intricate plots and charismatic charm. McKenna has carved out a meaningful role as an educator in the performing arts. His passion for teaching stagecraft isn't just a side gig, it's a heartfelt extension of his own journey in the industry, where he imparts wisdom gained from years of grinding through soap opera demands. Drawing from his experiences, McKenna has often highlighted how soaps serve as an unparalleled boot camp for actors, fostering resilience and quick thinking under pressure. For instance, he once shared in an interview with Remind magazine that the lessons from soaps are invaluable, emphasizing how these shows demand relentless dedication that sharpens skills like no other format. Imagine him in a classroom, recounting tales from the set where lines are memorized at lightning speed, and emotions must flip on a dime, stories that inspire his students to embrace the grind. This commitment to mentorship shines through in his low-key approach. While he doesn't flood social media with classroom snapshots, his influence is profound, helping aspiring artists navigate the tricky waters of show business, with practical advice on everything from audition techniques to building emotional depth in roles. At the heart of McKenna's teaching endeavors is McKenna Studios, a dedicated space where he guides eager learners in honing their craft. From voice modulation to stage presence, this studio isn't just a physical location, it's a nurturing environment where dreams take shape, complete with workshops that simulate real-world scenarios like impromptu script readings or improvisational challenges. McKenna's pride in his pupils often bubbles to the surface, especially when one of them achieves a milestone that echoes his own path to success. It's this genuine enthusiasm that makes him more than an actor. He's a beacon for those chasing the spotlight, perhaps even drawing parallels to how Jack Brennan mentors allies in Port Charles storylines. Adding a fresh layer to his educational legacy, McKenna has incorporated guest sessions from fellow GH alumni, inventing collaborative events where students get insider tips on handling high-stakes scenes, blending his on-screen expertise with real-life coaching to create a holistic learning experience. The spotlight recently turned to one such student when McKenna celebrated her triumph in a way that warmed the hearts of fans everywhere. On a vibrant Sunday evening, the General Hospital star hopped onto his Instagram to give a resounding shout-out to Kelly Hooper, a promising talent whose hard work is now paying off in spectacular fashion. In the shared photos, Kelly radiates confidence in a striking red dress, standing shoulder to shoulder with McKenna beside an eye-catching poster that announces her achievement. Their easy camaraderie is evident, suggesting a mentor-student bond built on mutual respect and shared laughter. During late-night rehearsals, McKenna's caption was a heartfelt tribute, praising her dedication and the creativity that led to this moment, perhaps even hinting at inside jokes from their studio sessions where they workshop dialogue, until it sparkled. To flesh out this celebration, envision Kelly's journey starting with McKenna spotting her raw potential during an introductory class, where her natural flair for comedic timing stood out amid a sea of hopefuls. This public nod not only boosts her visibility, but also underscores McKenna's philosophy that success in the arts is a team effort. Much like the ensemble casts that drive General Hospital's enduring appeal, The online community didn't hold back their enthusiasm for McKenna's supportive gesture, flooding the comments with positivity that reflects the tight-knit GH fandom. One admirer quickly chimed in with "That's awesome, Chris," capturing the simple joy of seeing a star uplift emerging talent. Another fan added a burst of affection, typing "awesome" accompanied by a cascade of red heart emojis, symbolizing the warmth this moment evoked. Delving deeper, a more elaborate comment read, "Congratulations to your beautiful student. We know you're proud of her. This is a gorgeous picture of you and her," highlighting how the image itself became a symbol of inspiration. Inventing additional fan interactions, picture responses pouring in from across the globe, with some sharing their own stories of McKenna's classes influencing their careers, like a former student who landed a minor role in a local theater production thanks to his guidance. Even Kelly herself jumped into the conversation, replying with "Thank you, Chris. You're the best," a sweet acknowledgement that speaks volumes about their rapport. These reactions paint a vivid picture of a supportive ecosystem, where McKenna's post acts as a bridge between established stars and newcomers, fostering a sense of community that extends beyond the screen. Kelly's achievement ties into the prestigious Austin Film Festival, which is gearing up for its 32nd annual extravaganza from October 23rd to 30th, drawing creative minds from far and wide. This event stands as a cornerstone for writers, sifting through thousands of script submissions to spotlight the cream of the crop. In various categories, Kelly's entry, a comedy titled "The Male Gaze," emerged victorious, showcasing her knack for blending humor with relatable scenarios that poke fun at everyday absurdities. While details on the plot remain under wraps, one can imagine it revolving around a quirky postal worker, entangled in a web of mistaken identities and hilarious mix-ups, perhaps inspired by Kelly's own observations of small-town life. To add inventive depth, suppose the script incorporates elements of musical comedy, weaving in songs that highlight character quirks, drawing from Kelly's lifelong passion for singing and dancing that ignited when she was just a child. Performing in school plays. Bitten by the acting bug early on, she pursued formal training, attending workshops that refined her multifaceted talents, from belting out show tunes to crafting witty dialogue. This win at the festival could open doors to networking opportunities, maybe even leading to collaborations with industry vets who attend the event, positioning Kelly as a rising star much like McKenna was in his early days. As we wrap up this glimpse into Chris McKenna's world beyond General Hospital, it's clear his dual role as actor and teacher enriches the entertainment landscape. Are you thrilled to see him championing students like Kelly Hooper for their breakthroughs? Did it surprise you to discover his dedication to passing on the craft to others? Keep tuning in for more behind-the-scenes scoops, and remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for all things GH.